in conversation with Shrikant Chouhan, Kunal Botra, and everybody is counting down to the tariff. Tomorrow morning, the tariff impact. Kunal, is this a binary event like a Brexit, like election, or this is just a 100-point, 200-point swing event? I mean, today everybody is talking about it. By tomorrow, this time, we will stop talking about it. But the swing events like a Brexit or a budget or let's say elections, they normally give you a time to a lot of, a chance to trade. Do you see that level of volatility tomorrow because of this event?
Not really, Nikunj. In fact, the factors which we are looking out for, the way the markets are entering into this event is a lot more different than what I think the markets were maybe a month back, because there was a lot of trepidation at that point of time. Right now, with this recovery, the markets have shown the drop in the India VIX, literally no movement in the India VIX in the last 4 to 5 days. We're stuck at almost 13.5 to 14 range for the India VIX. So that itself indicates that the markets are going through a much more calmer set this time around. That means that, and even for example, a day like yesterday where the index was down 300 odd points, and to try and counter that and not have a follow through downtake, you're up 100, 150 odd points on the index in the next following up day. So that indicates that the markets are trying to just about settle into a range. I would probably believe that this could be a maybe at max a 2% swing up, swing down move for the index. But once that is out, what this could do is this could open up a lot of sectors as well as stock themes, to try and play in terms of catching the next trend.
Well, today, of course, you've got a Kalyan Jewellers, which is seeing quite a mighty move, about almost a 10% uptick on that stock. Tata Consumer, like we highlighted, after that Goldman Sachs upgrade, looking quite smart. And Lodha and Godrej Properties have made quite a move up, pretty much undoing all of yesterday's knee-jerk reaction once Maharashtra upped the ready reckoner rates by 10%. Shrikant, what's your reading on the charts of some of these realty plays? And let's talk about Lodha and Godrej. What do you see now?
Good afternoon, everyone. See, like for real estate stocks, most of these stocks are very close to their important support levels. And in this particular sell-off, we saw these stocks were forming some higher bottom as compared to their previous lows, which they made in the month of January. So I am of the view that specifically, if we go through with Macrotech or Lodha Developers, then it is very close to its long-term support. Today it has formed reversal formation, and entire formation is also suggesting us that the stock is heading for at least 1350 sort of levels in next maybe a few days or weeks. So it will take some time, but it's a positional trade to buy at current levels. It is at 1220 currently. And if we go through with the DLF or Godrej Properties, then there also, if we see the formation, then it is more or less similar. But in that, Godrej Properties is forming some rounding bottom sort of formation. So it will take some more time as compared to DLF or Macrotech to participate in this up move.
In fact, the real estate index has fallen one of the highest in terms of a sectoral average. But I will not read too much into it. I'll tell you why. Because you take DLF and Prestige out, and if they fall 10%, you don't have anything large to look forward to there. Are markets generally turning? I mean, I always look at leadership, and if leadership turns, then I would say that, okay, this market is genuinely turning then. Kunal, can I look at, let's say, a Zomato, or can I look at, let's say, some of the defense names and say that when they start coming back, for me, it is the real leadership market. That means that clear leadership is coming back.
Yeah, so there are a lot of sectors. PSUs, for example, PSU Defense, they've done reasonably well, Nikunj. In fact, it started off with BEL looking attractive, followed by Mazagon Dock, which gave a breakout, and then the other stocks like GRSC, Cochin Shipyard, they had a fantastic uptrend. And then in the last leg of the price up move, you've seen HAL being one of the star performers in the entire defense pack. So that's one pocket which I would believe is looking quite strong. And when you see synchronized price action, one stock identified as leader, and then the other stocks, they try and play a catch up, and then eventually you have a new set of leaders emerging. That's generally an indication that the sector is back into its move, and we expect that this could be a trending move for the sector. So defense is one of the pockets which I strongly believe that should see a decent upside from a current level perspective. Also, Zomato on the other hand, I think after almost 4 attempts towards the 200 mark, I think there was just 1 or 2 days when the stock had fallen below the 200 levels. But we've seen that time and again the stock retesting the levels of 200 is seeing a short covering bounce. The only concern with a stock like Zomato when we look at the chart is that in every attempt towards the stock hitting the 200 levels, the highs the stock has been making post that have been on the lower side. So it's been making pattern of lower highs and almost similar lows for the stock. So we need to see a breakout about 220 levels for Zomato, 222 to be precise. Once we see that happening for Zomato, then we can expect that this could be a potential turnaround candidate as well.
You've been bullish on Jio for a while, right? And jata hi nahi upar.
No, I think maybe a one-off day for the stock today is not moving, but otherwise it's a very strong chart.
Jio, no, I'm just saying that where it was. 340.
No, Jio I've been bullish recently only.
Naresh was bullish, is it? Somebody was bullish. I don't understand the business model, so I'll never be bullish. Somebody was bullish.
AB Capital is something which I've been bullish on.
Yeah, how's that one doing?
That's so far very well. In fact, it's up almost 20% in the recent 1 month.
From the recent low.
Yes.
Okay.